right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back. Can I just get a little chat back? If everybody can hear me okay? Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you, everybody on YouTube. Good to see you all. Facebook. All right, thanks, everybody. Welcome back. We are less than 2 days until getting rid of 2020. Hopefully, everybody's a little excited to finally get rid of this thing. Sorry about that. Let me just get this lighting up so you guys can see it a little better. Hopefully, you don't see the imperfections. I'll tell you, one thing I'm really missing right now is being on vacation this week and having a suntan, but you know what? We'll worry about that probably going into next year. Tim doesn't have any sound on YouTube. Does everybody hear me okay on YouTube? Just want to make sure everybody can hear loud and clear. All right. All right, good. All right, so let's do some shopping and talk about some of the stocks that we traded yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit, how can I say it? A day's pay. There were a couple of good stocks that made some big moves, but let me just remind you, there was a lot of stocks that we traded that took off and then tanked. And we were doing like phase 3. And in phase 3, we were also talking in class. We were talking about how some people get caught up on holding overnight positions, not doing it to design, getting themselves in trouble. You know, this is one of the biggest things that we try to teach when you know you really have a good teacher. Great teachers and great mentors don't like to brag how great they are. All right, that's just an egotistical thing, and it doesn't really make you money. A really good coach and a really good teacher, you know, because this is how I learned, is that you learn from mistakes. You learn from getting yourself in trouble. You learn by being in a bad position and how to get out of it. That is the big thing that most people make a mistake. They don't know how to get out of it. And it's not just the mentor that has to be on top of you. It's the team you surround yourself with. Because usually if you're in that position, your team, your trading room's in that position. And that's what you have to learn. And there was I'm going to do a video on it on YouTube and tell you a little bit about it. But if you read my book, How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game, you can buy it on Amazon. You know, it's published by Wiley Publishing Company. I kind of talk a little bit about overnight positions. And, you know, the thing is, in these times, you got to know when to trade and when not to trade. And when you've been doing it as long as I've been doing for 25 years, you know, I rarely know the big winners. Like, I know a couple of big winners that I traded, but you know, I had a lot of winners in my time, but I know more of my losers than my winners. And I think everybody in life, just in general, you know about the good times of life, but I think the bad ones stick out the most, and you learn from that, and that's how you get good as a good trader. It takes patience, it takes time, it takes execution, and also, you know, you just got to keep doing it. You know, that's the way it goes. But it's like anything else. You follow with the diet. You like the diet, you'll do well. You keep going to McDonald's, can't help you. You know what I mean? And that's where it comes down to it. But there were a couple of stocks I do want to point out, like one yesterday. Just want to bring this up. Look at this stock, RHE. Let me just change the time zone on this one. So this stock literally just got halted after halted after halted after halted. And you can see how the thing just ran from $2 all the way to $16. And then just came right back down to $2. This is your typical short squeeze. And you know what? It did it again yesterday. It went from like $2, went all the way to $6, came back down, got halted up, halted long. Honestly, I didn't trade the stock, and I don't want to trade a stock like this because there are other things out there that you could trade. Remember, I always tell you this. I was never a huge, day trader, but I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm just a very conservative trader. Okay. That's basically what I am. I'm a very consistent trader. I don't need to be fancy. I'm almost 50. All right. I've been doing this for a long time. And like I said, in my phase 3, which a lot of you heard in my room, I know traders that blew me away. Okay. And I just can't stomach what they were doing. But you know where they are today? I hired one of them that had that put a roof on my house. Okay, that's where they are today. And when I'm talking about blew me away, I'm talking make 10, 20 times what I ever made in the industry. Well, guess what? They're not doing it anymore. Because you know why? They kept doubling and tripling and quadrupling down and averaging down. I think we talked about that too. Got to be very careful. Once again, read my book, take the classes. We got phase 3 today. We'll talk a little bit more about it. But this is a really good time of the year to kind of analyze what's going on. Now, let's talk about what happened yesterday, because there are a couple of stocks on this watch list I do want to cover and talk about some of them. So there were a couple of stocks actually that's spilling into today. I want to start off with Bingo. Bingo, I mean, this thing has been a great move. It is a penny stock, which I'm very concerned about it. So you're going to get a lot of algorithms in it. But this stock did really well. Went from $1 to 40 cents, $1.40, came back to $1, and then had a nice little push going into the close. Now it's up to almost $2. You could see after hours, it did really well. Went from $1.30 to $1.80. It's playing games right here. Just be careful. 31 million shares. There's a lot of people that are trading this stock. If you're subscribe to any other newsletter or any other school, you know, they're sitting there, they're touting it. This is all speculation. This thing's going to probably go right back down to 60 cents. Okay. Just remember, you take the money and run. We did well with it. I bought it at $1.10. I sold it at $1.25. I was happy with it. Done. You know what I mean? I don't need to go crazy with it. It's at $2. Big deal. All right. There's 25,000 stocks that just trade on the NASDAQ on the national market system. To get about these things, that's about another 20, 30,000 there alone. A couple other stocks I want to talk about that moved pretty well. FCell was an awesome short yesterday. Stock went from $1.60 to $10.40. I mean, $11.80 to $10.40. Nice short. That stock, we had fun from $2 to $13. Here comes the crash on that stock. So we did really well on that short for some of you in the cyber group room. And the OXBR we traded yesterday. That also was a fun stock. You know, stock just kept going up. Little volatile at some points, but right now you can see it had a good spread. Days over, you remember, this is another stock I did well on. You can see right here. Why can't I draw? Oh, there we go. So right here, back in October, if you remember, we traded, ran from $2 and ran all the way to $9 in one day, and then went right back down to $3. That was a pretty fun stock. But anyway, it did it well again today, and that's why you learn from experience. You know, when you look at this stock, I mean, if you're a student here at Cyber Trading University, you go to your journals, what we train you what to do. It just teaches you, oh, I remember this stock. And if you took the notes, what you're supposed to do, you'll know exactly how to trade it. And remember, that is one of the biggest things of being a very successful trader and be successful in any industry. Okay, it's taking a diary, because I say it all the time. Our instructors say it all the time. You will be trading these stocks again. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe next month, maybe next year, but you are going to trade them again. Remember, they come out with earnings every quarter. Okay, maybe they're pharmaceutical stocks, whatever it is, especially in the pandemic that we're in. You're going to hear from them again. So you always remember, we're not here to punish you to do your homework, because we review your homework here if you're a student at Cyber Trading University. But the thing is, we're here to train you to be prepared for the future, because this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, hopefully. All right, now let's talk about what's moving this morning. Now, we're going into the last 2 days of the market. There's a couple of stocks that are moving. Like I said, you be conservative. Don't get cocky. Don't get greedy. Let's finish off 2020 on a positive note, as much as a lot of us wish we could just write off 2020, okay? But I don't know. My friend Price Headley said it best. We had him on a Cyber Expo. He goes, I know a lot of people just don't like what happened in 2020, but give me another 2020. I would take that every single year. Why? Because of the volatility that we had, okay? Dow went from 29,000 down to 18,000. We're back up to 30,000. I mean, we can't even do that in the course of 10, 20 years. We did it in what, 6 months, 9 months. And that was great volatility. So anyway, that's why we like this business. So let's go through the stock watch list, because I have to get ready for my class that's starting. Sorry that I'm just chatting away. I get pretty excited when it comes to stuff like this. That wasn't the one I was looking at. Hold on. Okay, Neat. Let's check out Neat. So Neat's got a nice little push right here. You can see Neat is gapped up. It's about 37% right now. It's up 4.6 million shares already trading pre-market. We're going to put this on the watch list. It's not really going anywhere right now. I don't see any iceberg orders anywhere. I mean, I see a 5,000 share buyer right now at $15.41 over there on the right-hand side. You could see, but not really big orders, but there's not that much going on. So on the list, so I'm not going to get too cocky. BTBT looks pretty good. This one's got a little bit of a push right here. There was a iceberg order that got filled right around $13. Let me just bring this up on level 4. For some of you who didn't see it, there's a guy right here. He got executed. So you got it's not the prettiest looking chart right now. You see that there's a pretty substantial breaking point of that $13 price range. It was there roughly around 8:30 this morning. He was out there. He got filled. So it's kind of like holding pretty strong right there. Let's see if the momentum holds up. But that one looks, pretty decent, up 24%, 1.1 million shares already in pre-market. All right. A blast from the past. All right. So NXTD, we did really well with NXTD. It's moving again this morning. This is a stock that went from 40 cents up to $2, backed off. She's gapped up a little bit this morning. Nice spread. This is like a level 1 stock. But remember, I keep repeating it. Don't get fooled with these inexpensive stocks. Take the money and run. So stock is gapped up. It's got a nice little trend. You don't have to trade that many shares. You can get in and out of it. It's a lot of algos going on right now in the stock. So this one, like I said, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. A blast from the past. Let's go hop on over here on the B list. Okay. So what do we got on this secondary list? Jan looks pretty interesting, up 43%, but you could see that she kind of more gapped up and she gapped down right now. So I don't know what that really entails until the market opens up, but you could see that you got big resistance levels back in September, late September. What was that? Early, end of August. You could see it went as high as $9 right there. Right now, it's trading right around these resistance levels. I don't really see that much iceberg orders out there. I mean, you just hopping on the level 3 on the right, what do you got? Garbage, 80 shares, 2 shares. So that's why I put it on the B. It might even go on the C list. Bingo. I'm putting this back on the watch list. Once again, not really doing anything right now in pre-market, but because how we traded yesterday and seeing how it's traded, just be very careful. If you took very good notes yesterday, the stock, it's got some nasty shakes in it. HEPA, and remember, it's all algos, all right? HEPA, another stock up 18%, 4.3 million shares traded. Stock is trending down. If you look over here on time and sales, kind of getting a little turned off about it. A lot of reds going on means that there's a lot of transactions going off on the bid. That's probably why it keeps trending down. So sometimes it might find a little sweet spot, but right here you could see there's really, don't mind me drawing like I'm playing a John Madden football, but not really that much going on right there. So it's in like a no man's land. So that's why I'm being very, very skeptical on what we're looking at on that one. That's why I put it on the B list. Now, another one that we have here is TTOO. So TTOO, penny stock again. I don't know why we get so many damn penny stocks today. But if you look at the watch list right here on the bottom right, which is where we find all our orders, remember, in class, when we talked about tradable and non-tradable, it's the first T of the 3 Ts. When you're going down that list, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, bingo, you see those stocks up there. Obviously, there's a lot of them in there, but a lot of them are not tradable. Means they got big spreads, very volatile. It's all about risk to reward. So there's not that much going in pre-market. So kind of a little dead right now, which is perfectly normal. We're going into the second day before we finish out the year. So a lot of people want to just clear out. You heard the news about those stimulus checks going out regarding COVID. The best thing to do is just be very, very careful. I got out of most of my swing trades. I don't know what's going to happen. I like to hold stocks over the weekend, especially I don't even know what's going to happen with this new president that's coming in. Biden, I mean, he really hasn't spoken, which makes some people a little bit iffy. So nothing really, they haven't fluffed the feathers. But when they start talking, tell you that the agenda, we might see some stocks that might rally. We see some that get stuck. I just don't know how it's going to overall affect the total market. But I'm being very, very careful on certain ones. All right. So be very, very careful on your swing trades, guys. Make sure, like I taught you, you want to be a good trader. You want to be a good swing trader, a good options trader, a good investor. You have to learn how to day trade first, because that's what trickles down into those long-term trades. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. We'll be back here at 12 o'clock. Just before we go, for everybody here on YouTube and Facebook Live, let me just bring this up so everybody can see it. Just give me a second here. All right. So just to bring this up really quick, let's clear this out here for you. So today, don't forget, 12 o'clock, I'm going to do open house, live trading here with Fausto, how to be a successful trader in 30 days. So don't miss out. So if you haven't registered, do it now. You can click on the bottom, like us, friend us if you're on YouTube, Facebook Live. Come and join us, and everybody here, go out and share their information out there and see if trading's for you. But we're going to have a fun event. We do this every week. And then we'll be back here at 2:30 to do the afternoon. All right, everybody, good luck today. Happy trading. Students, I'll see you in class.